Hey there, young explorers! Get ready for a whirlwind adventure as we play the most exciting game on the planet. Guess the country. We've gathered flags from all 197 countries, each one waving proudly with secrets to share. In each flag slide, we've hidden 2 sneaky clues about the flag itself and 1 super clue about the amazing country it represents. It's like a treasure hunt on a global scale, and you're the treasure hunters. This isn't just any game. It's your passport to becoming a flag master and a geography whiz, all while having a blast. We've neatly sorted these flags in alphabetical order by their country names, making it easy peasy for you to follow along. And guess what? We've divided all these flags into parts because we have so many incredible countries to explore. Make sure to watch all our videos to become a flag genius and learn all the special secrets of each country. Let's embark on this fun-filled journey together, and remember, every flag tells a story, and every country holds wonders waiting to be discovered. Ready, set, guess!
Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of blue and white with 5 stars. Blue represents the Caribbean Sea and the Pacific Ocean, while white symbolizes peace and prosperity. The stars represent the 5 original Central American provinces. I belong to a country famous for its Mayan ruins and the Bay Islands. Honduras. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of red, white, and green. Red symbolizes the bloodshed for independence, white represents fidelity and unity, and green signifies hope and the fertile land. I belong to a country famous for its thermal baths and the Danube River. Hungary. Can you guess the country? Bicolor of blue over white. Blue symbolizes the sea and the sky, while white represents the snow and glaciers. I belong to a country famous for its geysers and the northern lights. Iceland. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of saffron, white, and green. Saffron represents courage and sacrifice, white symbolizes truth and peace, and green signifies faith and fertility. I belong to a country famous for its Taj Mahal and diverse culture. India. Can you guess the country? 2 horizontal bands of red and white. Red represents courage and bravery, while white symbolizes purity and integrity. I belong to a country famous for its tropical islands and diverse cuisine. Indonesia. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of green, white, and red. Green symbolizes Islam and growth, white represents honesty and peace, and red signifies bravery and martyrdom. I belong to a country famous for its ancient civilization and Persian rugs. Iran. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of red, white, and black. Red represents the struggle for independence, white symbolizes peace and the Islamic faith, and black signifies oppression and the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. I belong to a country famous for its ancient Mesopotamian civilization and the Tigris River. Iraq. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of green, white, and orange. Green symbolizes the Catholic population and the Irish nationalist tradition, white represents peace and harmony, and orange signifies the Protestant population. I belong to a country famous for its shamrocks and St. Patrick's Day. Ireland. Can you guess the country? Blue field with a Star of David. Blue represents trust, loyalty, and faithfulness, while the Star of David symbolizes Judaism and the Israeli people. I belong to a country famous for its religious sites and the Dead Sea. Israel. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of green, white, and red. Green represents hope, white symbolizes faith and purity, and red signifies charity and the bloodshed for independence. I belong to a country famous for its cuisine and the Colosseum. Italy. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of orange, white, and green. Orange symbolizes the land's fertility and the savanna, white represents peace and the rivers, and green signifies the forests and hope. I belong to a country famous for its cocoa and the Basilica of Our Lady of Peace. Ivory Coast. Can you guess the country? Diagonal bands of black, yellow, and green. Black represents the strength and creativity of the Jamaican people, yellow symbolizes the sunshine, and green signifies the land and hope for the future. I belong to a country famous for its reggae music and Bob Marley. Jamaica. Can you guess the country? White field with a red circle. White symbolizes purity and honesty, while the red circle represents the sun and the Japanese people. I belong to a country famous for its cherry blossoms and sushi. Japan. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of black, white, and green. Black represents the Abbasid Caliphate, white symbolizes the Umayyad Caliphate, and green signifies Islam and the Hashemite dynasty. I belong to a country famous for its ancient ruins and the Dead Sea. Jordan. Can you guess the country? Sky blue field with a golden sun. Sky blue represents peace and unity, while the golden sun symbolizes wealth and prosperity. I belong to a country famous for its steppe and Baikonur Cosmodrome. Kazakhstan. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of black, white, and red. Black symbolizes the people of Kenya, white represents peace and honesty, and red signifies the bloodshed for independence. I belong to a country famous for its wildlife and Maasai culture. Kenya. Can you guess the country? Sky blue field with a golden frigate bird. Sky blue symbolizes the Pacific Ocean, while the golden frigate bird represents strength and freedom. I belong to a country famous for its coral atolls and the equator. Kiribati. Can you guess the country? Blue field with a gold map of Kosovo. Blue represents the sky and freedom, while the gold map signifies the country's aspirations for recognition and sovereignty. I belong to a country famous for its ancient monasteries and the Battle of Kosovo. Kosovo. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of green, white, and red. Green represents the fertility of the land, white symbolizes purity and peace, and red signifies the bloodshed for independence. I belong to a country famous for its oil reserves and Kuwait towers. Kuwait. Can you guess the country? Red field with a yellow sun and a stylized eagle. Red symbolizes bravery and valor, while the yellow sun represents peace and wealth. I belong to a country famous for its mountains and Lake Issyk-Kul. Kyrgyzstan. Can you guess the country? Horizontal bands of blue, white, and red. Blue represents wealth and the Mekong River, white symbolizes purity and the moon over Laos, and red signifies the bloodshed for independence. I belong to a country famous for its temples and the plain of jars. Laos. Can you guess the country? Bicolor of carmine over white. Carmine symbolizes the bravery of the Latvian people, while white represents peace and the country's forests. I belong to a country famous for its amber and the Riga Old Town. Latvia.